Coach, what do you need to see from your team right now during practice to see if some of the issues you've been facing the last couple of weeks are being resolved?
Um, yeah, execution, and we need to see them have fun. I think there's we're playing under a lot of pressure. You're playing under a lot of just circumstance of just winning, of getting the next one, and moving toward a bowl game. There's just the pressure that makes it not fun, makes it a little bit uptight, and you know. Win, lose, or draw, we're with them all the way to the end, and so we've got to play with a little bit more swag and looseness. And I think that may be something that's missing from us. We got to be better with that. But I thought that practice today was great. I thought it was awesome, and the boys are playing with a little bit more looseness and understanding of just what we want out of them, and they're executing better.
What can you do as a coach to encourage that, as far as that looseness and playing and enjoying themselves?
Coach loosely. I think they feel it. They know. There's a lot going on, and it's if you're coming out there as a coach and the outside world and things that are not just in the world, but like everybody's got their issues at home. Everybody's got just things that they're going through, and for 2 hours of practice, we need to just cut loose and just say, okay, this time is about us. It's about us getting better at practice, and those things that are waiting for us, they'll be there after practice, and I think that's one of the things that was good today.
You noted yesterday that you were open. You said that you were open to any changes Kalani would make.
Yeah.
What can you share that is some of the changes that are being made for this week?
Lot of schematic things, a lot of identifying roles. You know what I mean? It's just like, hey, sometimes when you're talking about change, it's just the idea of even, this is a little bit different than what we've done before. It signals to the players that we're putting the effort in to just completely do something different, and that has a different feel to it. I think it triggers it basically triggers the emotions of just, okay, this is a big enough deal that whatever the coaches are doing, whatever they decided that needs to be done or changed or whatever it is, right? Let's say, hey, now we're gonna meet out on the practice field instead of meeting in our rooms, and it's just whatever it is that we're doing, and there's a lot of different things that we're doing. I think it just triggers, things have changed, things are different. We need to be better.
Are there any coaches coaching different positions this week on defense?
It's real difficult to change things mid-season, right? And it's in the business of coaching, when all of a sudden changes are made, it may be something that fans are looking for, but it's hard on the players. All of a sudden, you're missing a coach, somebody that can contribute, and so for us, it's really if the role has changed for us and things are asked differently of us, we've got to be better at it and do good at it. So we've got to have all hands on deck in order to do what we need to do. We're still looking, and Kalani's done some things. He's a lot more involved, which is great. And we're coaching away and trying to win games.
So Kalani is more involved this week on the defensive side than last week?
Kalani's always been involved, he's a lot more involved this year. I mean, it demands it, right? Like what we're going through with the way that we've played and the way that we lost. I mean, it demands a little bit more attention from the head coach, and so absolutely.
You're going to get any more bodies back this week?
Nope.
The same crew then?
We're actually probably going to be missing more, but we've got some healthy players that haven't been playing certain spots. We're going to move them over. We're going to try them out, and that's part of change too. It's if you've been playing D-line, for instance, and you've got a group of guys that you've been battling with for spring ball, for summer training, in the meetings and all that stuff, then all of a sudden you've got two new offensive linemen that are fresh bodies that maybe not cracking the depth chart on the offensive side that may be able to help. Those kinds of things are different, right? Because now it's like, okay, this guy's in here and he's competing for my job and he's trying to take my spot. Our boys, and we've done that with a couple of kids, and our boys are awesome. Our boys are awesome, and so the veterans have stepped up to really teach. And those guys have been part of just bringing some of those guys along that we moved over from the offensive side to the defensive side and vice versa. And so, we're, like I said, with coaches being moved around wherever they need to move, coaches doing whatever they need to do, players are as well. It's guys that are moving spots and trying new different things. changing schemes, simplifying things to make it work, and just focusing on technique. It's all hands on deck, and every able body right now is what we're doing.
For all of us, confidence can be shattered sometimes, and you got to rebuild it back up. How important it is, or what kind of a challenge do you have to build confidence to the level that you want to? It's probably a daily thing and a weekly thing.
Absolutely, and it's from the moment you wake up all the way to the moment you sleep, and sometimes it's weathering the storm and staying the course. You know, it's we've talked just through the years, right, through the 7 years that we've been here, about sometimes losing brings up just issues or just things that maybe you start figuring out and trying to put your finger on. Oh, this is why we're losing, or that's why we're losing, or this, or we need to change that. And all of a sudden you're chasing rabbits. I mean, it's just you can't figure out what it is, and then you never really put your finger on it. But there is a culture here. There's a belief. There's convictions about what we've done. We've won a lot of games, and we've got to stick to the plan. We've got to. You got to stick to the plan. We've got to move forward, and I mean, winning will come, and you know, confidence will be instilled when we come back and say, yeah, we were correct in just doing that. But it's, I mean, we've been through it, and so we've got to stick to the plan and just continue to work forward and move things around. Obviously, you can always stick to the plan, but just look at different things that you need to change. I mean, that's football, that's life, but. It's, you know, we feel like we have a pretty good grasp on it.
Have you reevaluated your substitution strategy at all, or will you?
Yep, absolutely. So everything. It's reevaluation of the scheme, reevaluation of, I mean, you guys brought up just the coaches, who does what, reevaluation of who calls plays, reevaluation of who plays what, who's in what packages, what we're asking kids to do. I mean, it's from top to bottom. We're going to reevaluate everything, and we're going to try to do what's best for the team and for the players, and for us to win games.
Okay, one last question right here.
Just real quick about Liberty, what have you seen on their offense?
I mean, obviously they're 6-1. They're successful. When they came here, you knew that Hugh Freeze is a really good coach. They're disciplined. They have playmakers, a really good running back. I mean, they've bounced around with different quarterbacks, but all of them just bring different things to the table, and you know, they've got good skill kids too. They got one receiver that's just super fast, and so you know, we've got to be sound, and we've got to be ready, because it's definitely a challenge stopping an offense like that.
Thanks, E.
Thank you.
All right, fellas.